How's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news. Today I have some huge Mass Effect news for you all because not only did Bioware just recently confirm the original Mass Effect trilogy is finally getting remastered, but at the same time they also confirmed a new Mass Effect game is also in development right now. And on top of all this, Bioware also teased the very first official image of this new Mass Effect game as well, and as always we're going to be breaking all of this down together in today's video. And we're gonna start our adventure right here at a recent developer blog posted by Bioware sometime around 12 PM Eastern Time on N7 Day, which is November 7th, a couple days before I uploaded this video. In this blog post, Casey Hudson, a manager over at Bioware, begins by saying that they worked very hard in order to keep this Mass Effect remaster a secret, which is quite the jest, to be honest, because there have been so many credible leaks from so many various credible sources that this remaster has more or less been known about and accepted as fact for at least a year now. Casey Hudson continues by saying that the remaster is called the Mass Effect Legendary Edition and will consist of all the single-player base content and DLC from the first Mass Effect game, Mass Effect 2, and of course Mass Effect 3, including all the promo weapons, armor, packs, basically everything it looks like from each of these three games, minus the multiplayer, unfortunately, which is a huge bummer actually, as Mass Effect's online mode is pretty underrated in my opinion, and was always a blast like every single time I played it. I would have loved to see at least the online mode for Mass Effect 3 to make a return in a remastered version of Mass Effect 3, but I suppose I should just be happy we're getting these remasters at all to begin with. Casey Hudson also makes it very clear that these aren't a quick or light version of a remaster in any way, shape, or form. BioWare's goal here was to completely modernize each game and experience so it's still the original work just in its best possible form, and when it comes to modernizing the Mass Effect trilogy, I'm sure that the first game is going to need the most modernization because it definitely feels dated, especially when compared to Mass Effect 3, which even feels a little outdated as well, to be honest. BioWare reworked every texture, shader, model, effect, and technical feature of each of the three games and wanted to go into as much detail as possible while still making sure the experience felt like the Mass Effect that we all remember and love. Casey Hudson states that the Mass Effect Legendary Edition will be available in spring of 2021 for the Xbox One, PS4, and of course the PC, along with forward compatibility for the Xbox Series X and the PS5, which will have included next-gen enhancements, which will probably be stuff like ray tracing and things like that. And this all sounds amazing in my opinion, and I think it's finally safe to say that the hype is truly assuming direct control. Just when I was actually thinking about replaying the original Mass Effect trilogy, we get this awesome news about the remaster, so I suppose I'll wait to replay it in its best possible quality. I am so happy Bioware is finally giving Mass Effect the love and attention it deserves again, and that love and attention actually goes even further than just this remaster, as in the same blog post, Casey Hudson also confirms and at the same time teases an entire new Mass Effect game. He states, "Meanwhile, here at Bioware, a veteran team has been hard at work envisioning the next chapter of the Mass Effect universe. We are in early stages on the project and can't say any more just yet, but we are looking forward to sharing our vision for where we're going to be going next." So while he doesn't actually say much about the new game other than just confirming its existence, he does share this teaser image right here, which is more than I would have expected to see, to be honest. And I don't expect this to be an in-game screenshot or anything like that. This is definitely just a concept because Dragon Age 4 is the next main game from Bioware, and I'm sure this new Mass Effect game is just in the very early pre-production stages. And even though this image isn't a whole bunch, it somehow already has me super excited, as we can clearly see the outlines of what looks to be a Solarian, a Drell, possibly an Angaran, or maybe even a Prothean, and then maybe a human or something. It's actually kind of hard to say, but this is certainly the iconic head shape of a Solarian right here, and the head shape of a Drell right here, and also complete with that iconic Drell ninja-like agile pose, so much so that this Drell may as well be Thane Krios, but I highly doubt that. A man can dream though, leave me alone. And then these other two characters though, it's kind of hard to say. Well, this one in particular looks like it could most likely be an Angaran from the Andromeda Galaxy, or somehow even a Prothean. To be honest, both of these characters could end up being a completely new race altogether. However, any combination of these possibilities would bring unique questions regarding the game's setting one way or another. And if this is an Angaran, does that mean Mass Effect 4 or 5 or whatever it is will end up taking place after the events of Mass Effect Andromeda and even potentially taking place in the Andromeda Galaxy again? Or if this is a Prothean, does that mean it's a prequel of some kind set in the Milky Way galaxy galaxy long before the events of the Mass Effect trilogy. I don't think that's the case though, as I believe back when Protheans were still around, Solarians and Drell were basically small creatures that nowhere near resembled the sentient races that existed during Commander Shepard's lifetime. Either way, there isn't much more information to break down from this image, at least not on the surface. It looks like we are more likely on some sort of moon, or I guess possibly a planet's surface that seems to be habitable, mostly seeing how nobody seems to be wearing a helmet of any kind, and potentially this liquid could even be water as well. But I still think it's mostly a moon though, as you can clearly see what looks to be another planet here in close proximity, and I don't think a planet would be so close to another planet, but it makes sense for a moon to be close to another planet, especially when this planet looks so huge. And over here, this could be another moon, although this faraway celestial body could very well just be another planet that is so far away it just looks smaller, because that's kind of how it works. This could be a planet that's super close to the sun, kind of like how Mercury is in our own solar system. And this sun does seem to be kind of similar to the one in our own solar system, which is kind of interesting, because that makes me wonder if this image might be set in a place that is actually in our own solar system as well. And one last thing of note here is if you actually try to save this image from the blog post, the file name is Mudskipper, which is either just a poetic name for the scene here, or possibly even the name of this ship. Either way, I am super excited to finally have another legit Mass Effect game to speculate over and break down. I am stoked to see all the fan theories and discoveries based entirely off of this one image alone, because the Bioware fanbase is literally as fanatical and detail-oriented as the Bethesda Game Studios fanbase when it comes to trying to find as many scraps of information as there are to find. And this honestly is one of the heroes 2020 needed, as having the Mass Effect remaster confirmed, and now a new Mass Effect game and Starfield stuff to break down and talk about all at the same time is definitely going to be amazing, at least for me personally, and I am looking forward to the days that come for sure. You can count on me to break down everything there is to know about both Starfield and the Mass Effect games either way, just like anything else that I've been talking about. Hopefully we'll get some more information about this new Mass Effect game at some point soon though, but to be honest, I kinda doubt it. Michael Gamble, project director over at Bioware though, is publicly talking about the game over on Twitter, and even though he isn't saying much other than simply confirming he is working on the game, hopefully this is all a sign that maybe Bioware will tease this game some more in the months to come. But in my opinion, I don't think we'll hear anything about this game for a long time, as Dragon Age 4 is still in development and is still Bioware's next major release, and even that game won't be out for a long time. However, it's still great to know that this new Mass Effect game is confirmed, it's actually happening, and Mass Effect is coming back. The hype is assuming direct control. Hopefully I haven't said that like 800 times in this video already, because I truly feel that way. Either way, what I want to know is, what do you think about all of this, and where do you want the new Mass Effect game to take place? Do you want it to be in the Andromeda Galaxy? Do you want it to be in our own galaxy again? Do you want it to be a prequel? What do you want to see? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the latest uploads. And be sure to share the video as well, as that is the best way to help the channel. And this content was brought to you by the following amazing people. If you want to get a video shout out like this, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all of these and more are down in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time, when Starfield is just a documentary all about Commander Shepard, while also being narrated by Commander Shepard. That's kind of a bit much.
It just works.